One more. One more. I used to have a big fear of tsunamis when I was younger. Did you guys have like anxieties as a kid? I would have anxieties as a kid that there was going to be... I had big like natural disaster anxiety. I had anxiety there was going to be an earthquake and there was going to be a big ass tsunami and everyone I knew was going to die. And me, I was going to die. I had like crazy anxieties as a kid, like literal fear of death as like an 8-year-old. Yeah, I legit thought the world was going to end in 2012. I remember being so bummed because I was like 15 in 2011. So 2012 was pulling up. I literally thought the world was going to end. And I was just like, fuck, I'm going to die like a kissless virgin. That's my life. And then I'm going to die. The Karma top? My final boss to hit Challenger? The Gatekeeper. Their picks are so freaky. What? Zeven, you got me, right? D9 Zeven, one of North America's finest AD carry players, multiple-time champion of Europe, of North America, representative at MSI, Worlds. Zeven, you got me, bro. Yeah. I'm dead. So close. You know I have flash, right?
An enemy has been slain.
Good, he pumps.
An enemy has been slain.
Yo, he's pumping.
Double kill. An ally has been slain.
Holy. Hey, thank you for the raid, Cyan. Cyan, if I win this game, I'm finally Challenger. The ulti to recall here. Got fruit, probably. I think Swifties might actually be better than Steel Caps. I thought about Steel Caps, but better. Double sombrero. Base. Damn, that's so annoying actually. Rush is still here. Hope we can dive. What? That's fucking disgusting, bro.
Double kill. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I actually can't do anything to this guy anymore. Wow, that's a really short CD ability. Her dash
An ally has been
resets when she
slain.
ults, right? So she always has a dash pretty much. How the fuck are we dying on bot, man? Ridiculous. Oh, this guy? He's still a splash. Oh. Happy. Jungle support. Like, I know it's not Zven at fault here. He's the ADC. He's a victim as much as I am. Like, can you guys please get it together? Fucking 1v2 up here. And Thresh came top twice, by the way. You guys can't be like... This can't be happening. It just can't be happening. Oh. Where's Yunara? I'm really gankable now. No flash.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
It's ulti, right? Cooking me. Ooh, he's cooking me. Dude, I legit, like, can't really tell when Yunara ults.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Like, she looks the same to me. All I know is her abilities become different. Does she say something, like, voice line? Does she go like, ah, I'm ulting? Cut down.
You have slain an enemy.
Card's glowing? I can't see her glow. No way, man. What are you doing? The fuck?
An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Missed that. A proxy? either for this third Drake, but it's 4v4. They should win. If someone comes top to kill me, then it's guaranteed. I'm gonna greed a bit here. Look like there's Drake. Never saw Trundle. Go hold.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Run this guy down, no? Oh, that's everybody. Squad was gonna be there.
An enemy has been slain.
Yo, but like, right, guys? Why do we give Otacon? I don't like it.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Don't like it.
He has been slain.
Fuck, maybe we can end the game. What the fuck? My equalizer's bugged. What? I can't cast it right. What? Why did the targeting thing look like that? It was bugged and then I canceled it and then I recast it and it was still bugged. No, legit, guys.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
We can't play. Bro, please. No, bro, please. It was like a TPN and then my ulti was just... I couldn't move the starting point of the ult. Seriously. Alright, let's get some heal cut.
Shut down.
Fucking thank you. Fuck, they healed. Towards Zen. Got me, bro. He got me. He got me, bro. We're like this, bro. God, it's over. Holy fuck, my suffering is finally over. I can stop playing this dog shit role. It took so long. Oh my god. Wait, guaranteed, right? Let me check. Let me check the LP. Hang on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. 857. Okay. The current cutoff is 855. And if you go here, let me just make sure. Let me just make sure here. 857 would put me at
GG.
7th to promote. And how many people are going to demote? How many people are going to demote? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people are below 857. 15 go down. 15 go down, 7 go up, and the ladder rolls over in 3.5 hours. I don't think it's going to change much after that, right? No, I think it's over. I think it's over. I think it's over. Oh my god.
Good job. Now Q again or noob.
No, I don't want to play top anymore. I'm so tired of playing top lane. I don't mind playing the occasional game of top, but holy fuck. It just took so many games, man. It took so many more games than I thought it would take. 443 games. 443 fucking games. Give a short recap of your opinions about top lane. Top lane. Oh my. Okay. Pros, cons, other observations, realizations about society at a deeper level reflected through the lens of playing so many games top lane in solo queue. Okay, let's start with the pros. Okay, what feels good about top lane? Feels very good to it feels really good to, let me rephrase this. Okay, I 1v1 agency in laning phase feels really fun to be like auto spacing over each individual creep, creating grass procs. As a mid laner, that was like the most fun thing of top lane to me. It's just like the first couple minutes of laning phase where you're just like kind of bobbing and weaving in between the first few waves. Like trading autos and like, you know, I get one more auto than he gets type of deal. So that feels good. I think that might, I'm trying to think of other things I liked about playing top lane. I mean, I guess like I guess there's like a satisfying power fantasy with most top laners if you achieve your win con. Like 1v9 raid boss type of feeling. If you get really fed as Jax, like, you know, your E is always up, they can't auto you at all. If you're really fed as a tank, you're unkillable. If you're really fed as a split pusher, nobody can stop you and you're splitting. Cons? Victim role if rest of the map is losing. Can't participate in early 4v4 fights around mid/bot, which pretty much decides the whole, okay, no, I shouldn't say the whole game like all the time. Most of the outcome of the game. Alright, Elo. And I noticed this, like, when I was playing top and I was getting shit on, or I was shitting on him, or vice versa. Like, I could be getting shit on, and if my bot lane was winning, I just knew we were going to win the game. And I just knew their top laner couldn't do anything to stop it. I saw this both ways. And I think it's fine in lower ranks where there's more, like, comeback potential. You know, people don't play as, like, tight. in high elo, I was legit in misery. I was legit miserable for like the past 2 weeks, just grinding out this final like 100, 200 LP. Just miserable, bro. Like bot lane triple kill, I'm just like, because you can't really help as top laner until you have unleashed TP at the earliest. And what happens is you lose so much if you TP away from top, right? Let's say their top laner TP's back to lane. You kind of have to match it. Otherwise, you're gonna lose 2-3 plates to demolish proc if you don't match the TP, or you're just straight up gonna lose your whole turret if they're like a champ that's good at pushing, or if they have grubs. So really, it's like top is locked in this eternal tug of war, 1v1, pulling, and if either of you let go of the tension, then the other guy will just get an insane lead. So it's like, if you ever try to help mid or bot, then you lose everything in the lane. And it's so hard to catch back up. You're just stuck there forever, just watching shit happen, like the fucking cameraman. That's the biggest con I could think of. So games feel really unsatisfying if your lane is going well, and you know, your team's getting shit on. What other cons are there? Yeah, I mean, I just felt like I straight up had low agency in the game, unless you donkey smash their top laner. So it made me realize there's actually a good amount of top laners at the top of the ladder. And these guys are all really good at just fucking donkey smashing the enemy top laner. Mostly with Riven. Like, Riven is the guy that just wins games in NA. Because he has really explosive one-shot potential. This is like nerfed Riven too. So it feels like the only way to actually have high agency is to just fuck them in lane so unbelievably hard in like the first 5 minutes that you force them to make a mistake, and then like you get a kill and then you take away with that. But I wasn't so cracked at top, even after this many games, that I could reliably do that. Like, you actually need to be so cracked in lane. Like, just the really micro mechanics of like, oh, he goes for the CS, I auto him perfectly, and he can't hit me back. You know, do that like 10 times in a row, which culminates in like 1 chance of killing him, and then you like execute that kill perfectly, and then you like take away the game with the lead. But if you can't do that, or if you don't have the matchup knowledge, so many times I was playing matchup for the first time, so just like suss it out, then you're just fucked. So yeah, I guess one of the observations I had is matchup knowledge is extremely important. Like 1v1.
Congrats, Daddy. Hypothetically, if you went back in time, would you rather be a top or mid laner?
If you don't have, if the other guy knows the matchup better, even on a suboptimal champ, then he can. And this applies like champion matchup, like rune page setup, like guys that would go ignite, guys that take like a weird rune, and you're just like, what the fuck? I've literally never played against this before. Like even just earlier today, I played against Electrocute Ignite Gragas as Renekton. First time I've ever done that. I've played so many games with Renekton, never played against Thing before. And then it's just like, wow, if he knows how to play that setup well, then he can pull stuff off. Hey, Anonymous, thank you for the tip. If I went back in time, would I rather be a top laner or a mid laner? I think I'm happy I chose mid lane. Actually, I used to main top way back in the day, like season 1, but then I just played mid after that. Okay, yeah, like wave control knowledge, also super important. If you leave your wave bad, then you can legit just off of it. I mean, there's just so many ways, it feels like, to just instantly lose the game as a top laner. Like level up timers was really important too. Yeah, I guess one thing I didn't really like about top lane was I didn't feel like I was playing League. I felt like I was just playing laning phase, first 5 minutes simulator into just like 1v1ing the entire game, pretty much. Is like what the game feels like. It feels like you just have to 1v1 the whole game. And to me, that's just not that fun. It's just really not that fun to me to just play 1v1 the whole game. I've realized. I mean, ideally, it's like you lane 1v1 and then you get involved in some fights, right? But the fights are just fucked if your team is losing a lot of the time. I don't know. What's another con? I hate top lane. I just really don't like it. I'm so tired of playing top lane. I'm free. Okay. Top lane also just gets randomly fucked the most in the game, I feel like. You just get randomly fucked by random stuff happening in the game. I was legit starting to get triggered at like the smallest stuff in the game. Like Ocean Drake was taken. Ocean Drake gets taken. I was so triggered. Because this turns D-Shield second wind grasp into like, I just can't push him out of lane. Can't push someone with D-Shield second wind Ocean Drake out of lane. And you have zero control. Right, you pretty much have zero control over who gets this Ocean Drake at the start of the game. Or just like enemy support walking top. I mean, I guess that happens mid lane. It happens a lot more often mid lane. But when the enemy support just randomly walks top and you have no idea, that can just end your game. Okay, realizations about maybe not society. Okay, one thing I realized is that players are, even in Challenger, just idiots. Just straight up idiots. It used to be the case that to get a high rank in this game, you had to really understand the game and get good at the game. And I realized there is a disconnect in the way I view the game, and most people I play with in solo queue play the game. Most people in solo queue know their champion really well. So they climb by knowing their champion really well. And it was just illuminating to me. I had a game. My team was all pros. Otacon spawned at 20 minutes. Otacon spawns at 20 minutes every game, right? You see where it's going to spawn on the map. Nobody on my team was there. Everyone was just full autopilot. Just doing random shit. The enemy team played for Otacon. They took Otacon and we lost the game. And then I realized I'm thinking way too hard about this. There's no strategy. Solo queue has regressed in terms of strategical thinking and teamwork. It's just crazy. Like, the moment I started to treat it like a single player game where all I have to do is like kill them somehow, like I legitimately dumbed down my thinking. I dumbed down my thinking. I said, I go try to kill him. Another mindset I adopted was, if we are losing, just FF. And then I actually started to climb more. Isn't that fucked up? Isn't that fucking stupid? Okay, stuff about solo queue I realized. Autofill sucks. Autofill leads to really bad experiences if you have a player who's playing autofill and he's just like really bad at that role. And like, honestly, I had some fill games where I wasn't great either. But that is, I think, what feels really bad is when you're trying hard to win the game and someone on your team is filled and you had a long queue because there's not a high player base. And the guy who's filled is just like fucking phoning it in or not trying or playing something he's terrible at and just ruining the game for everybody. So I didn't like that. One tricks / when they get banned out is also something that skews lobbies so hard. Oh, by the way, the system I think used to try and match autofills on teams. I don't know if that's the case anymore. Because sometimes I would play a really fucked up game and then I would look at like, well, did everyone get their main role? And then it would be like 2 guys on one team didn't get their main role and then everyone on their team was on roll. So I don't really know. Okay, one tricks. First of all, I don't even understand the concept of a one trick. Okay, this is, I guess, like one thing that I just don't understand about modern League of Legends players is like, why would you only play one champion? That just doesn't make sense to me. Because the game, there's like over 150 characters at this point, is there not? Like, look at all the champs you can play. Why do you only play one? Why do you only play one role, one champion, one style? And if you can't get that, if it's banned out, if the comp is bad for it, why do you have to ruin the game for everybody? Like, how are you challenger level on this champ? Not even through being good at the game, just through sheer stupid fucking repetition of wasting your life for over 10,000 hours, learning how to play like some champ really well, some really complex mechanical champ. I don't know, Riven, Rengar, something like that, really well. Shaco, just like knowing all the cheese ins and outs. I can't believe you live your life like that. I just can't believe it, bro. And then if you don't get this, if you don't get this champ, this role, then you are actually like arguably not even an emerald player playing something else. It is just mind-blowing to me. Okay, I mean, like, I guess it's fine. Like, people can play the game however they want. I just wish one tricks, if they didn't get their thing, would dodge. There's so many miserable games I endured playing with one tricks who get banned out. Okay, another thing I realized is that disabling chat is good. Because nobody uses chat to offer anything constructive about the game. People only use chat to enhance their flame and blame. Which is another crazy thing. I'm sure in a lot of my games that I ended up winning, I was getting like flamed or blamed, and I would have tilted if I read it. But I have it disabled, so I can't read it. Like, I would have read it, and it probably would have like really bothered me that my teammate is like shit talking me, and so I don't want to win with them anymore. Or they would like blame me for something that I know wasn't my fault, and then like so I just disabled it, and then I think that was for the greater good. Yeah, I guess I don't know, I'm just freeballing here. I guess one thing that feels really bad about the game right now is like if you don't win early in high elo. Again, I'm speaking strictly in high elo. It just feels so hopeless playing this game from behind. I can't lie. Or I don't know. I just feel like there's so many hopeless situations. Maybe I'm just burnt out of playing solo queue. Maybe I'm just really tired of playing top lane, actually. I just feel pain. Like, I just legit feel hopeless half the time. I think I'm just miserable from playing top. I'm so happy I'm done with this. Did I have a favorite top laner? Favorite picks? Alright, let's look back. What were my favorite picks? Okay. There was like picks that I was farming at the start of the climb. The start and middle of the climb. And then there were picks that took me across the finish line. The start and the middle, I kind of tried a little bit of everything. I'll just go through every champ I played. Okay, Jax. Jax was so good for like up until I got to I think 500, 600, 700, 800 LPGM. Jax was just like a headshot. Wow, I actually won every Jax Gragas matchup. That's crazy because a lot of people consider Gragas to be a counter, but I don't know. The more I played this, I felt like it's not really a counter both ways. Yeah, Jax is really fun. So satisfying to play in lane. So satisfying when you get ahead. It's so fun to take turrets. Really fun to just dodge autos with E and jump on people. it was really fun. I was starting to get punished blind picking it. I mean, people were just playing like really fucked up stuff against me that was hard to play against towards end, so I stopped blinding it. Oh, actually, there's so many mage players right now on NA. Like mage bot players. I'm not even playing versus marksman like over half the time. So I think that's why I started to play Jax less. And yeah, I feel like he has a decent amount of like matchups that I don't know. Maybe if you're really good at Jax, you know how to win them. But for me, they were hard. Like for me, Mbessa was tough. Renekton, even though I have a good record, is tough. You know, people will just like. It seemed like people were willing to just pick like fucked up shit into it, and then I would just be like, well, I don't really know how to play against this. So I stopped blinding it as much. It stopped looking as good versus overall team comp. Renekton was my best pick at the end. Renekton was the pick I felt the most confident on. He's really strong in lane, so even if I'm playing a lane matchup for the first time, can probably get through it as Renekton. Renekton is just Mr. Reliable. He's beefy, he has strong laning phase, and he stuns people, and he has mobility. So Renekton was like the pick that pretty much got me to Challenger. He doesn't really have high carry potential, honestly. Or at least the way I play him. I think you can play like a specific way with like Ignite or build specific items like Bork or Eclipse and go like a bit squishier but have higher damage potential. But I don't really like to play that way because I think it's newbie. I think it's just like newbie. To me, I'm always like, well, if they played well and they didn't give me a kill, or, you know, if something crazy happened and they neutralized me, I would actually be useless, so I don't really like to build like that. Aatrox is so fun when you can hit all your Qs. This champ is so much work to play. Holy fuck. It's so much work positioning on this champ and, like, trying to hit your Q and, like, spacing far back enough that they can't, like, hit you, but also close enough that you can hit your Q. And then you factor in your E. Is your W going to hit them or not? It's just like so much effort to play for little reward. So much effort for so little reward. Just a sad champion. I played many games of Aatrox, and I think he's the definition of just like a 50% win rate, go with the flow type of champ. Mbessa? Mbessa was a pick I really wanted to make work because she's like flashy, she's fun to play. But I don't know if I just like couldn't get her down or what, but I just like, yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't working out. Even when I smashed lane, it just like wasn't working out. I just couldn't carry games. Camp is definitely good. I just couldn't get it to work. Ribbon, my beloved. Okay. Ribbon, I think I actually could have spammed and maybe gotten to Challenger. I think this champ is actually so good for solo queue. Because a lot of champs do not have explosive all-in one-shot potential, but Riven is pretty much an assassin. Like, Riven is not a bruiser. Riven is an assassin champ that will become a bruiser if she gets fed. So I was actually doing pretty well stomping on noobs, and then I realized the more I played and the tougher my opponents got, that if I made one mistake in my all-in, then I would just be complete donkey piss and useless the entire game. And I really didn't like the all or nothing nature of it, so I stopped playing Riven as I climbed higher and higher, and my opponents got better. Because it got to the point where I realized, like, wow, okay, I understand how to get to Challenger playing Riven, and it would probably entail playing just endless Riven games and pretty much one-tricking this shit. Which I don't like that. Camille. Camille is another champ that feels so satisfying when you get ahead. You have Triforce proc, you have Hydra, you have E, you have R, you have so much mobility. But this champ, I gave up because she is just so fucking weak in lane. Just actually so weak in lane. Even in like her supposed good matchups, she's just weak in lane. Like, I can't really think of a good Camille matchup. Garen, I guess. Like, Cassante should beat Camille, and Mbessa should beat Camille. And then even when you hit Triforce, you just don't have wave clear. It just feels so troll to play a champ with such bad wave clear. A lot of times on Camille, it would be like, we ganked him, the gank was successful, and we can't fix it. And my wave is fucked. Really didn't like that. Lee top lane. I was like smurfing on this in lower ranks. I thought I was really onto something. And then as I climbed more and more, I was like, wait, this is actually not that good. This is just like a cheesy pick. So I gave it up. Gragas. Gragas, very satisfying to play. Actually, a lot of surprising depth. I think Gragas has a really high... Wait, really high flow? Really low flow? Like, he's really easy to play at the bare minimum level, but he's really hard to play to his limits. So I felt like I could play at the skill floor pretty well. It's, like, really easy to play Gragas at the skill floor. Like, you just E the guy who's next to you, you Q them, you, like, wait till your next E. That's, like, super easy. Anybody could do it. But to play it at, like, max level, like, Bomba-style plays, like, Q, E-flash ulti them into the Q, is actually pretty tricky. Gragas was, like, okay. He was, like, an okay pick for me. I didn't really feel like I could carry super hard on him. So I picked him sometimes. Gwen? Gwen? I don't know. I just lost so many games on Gwen. I don't know if I got unlucky or what. A lot of my Gwen games, I was ungodly fed, and then I just couldn't team fight. I just don't know what it was. I feel like Gwen gets randomly fucked by a lot of random champs in the game. Like Galio or like Set. A lot of like random melee champs. Yorick. I didn't really like the splitting win con. I didn't really like that Yorick is weak in team fights. Ultimately, League, there's team fights. The game is close. We're on Baron. Otacon. And I really hated knowing that like the best thing for me to do is just split and give everything. And then like I shouldn't be there to contest. And then yeah, I just... Kennen. I thought I'd honestly have a much higher win rate on Kennen. I thought this pick was going to be a elo printer. But it's actually just so hard to get involved in the team fights and stuff that happens in the game without losing topside. I thought I would easily hit Challenger playing Kennen top. But it just like didn't really feel great. Mondo. Mundo was good at farming low elo. Mundo was a low elo farmer, like Aloe style. Warmog's Hydra, one-shot their turret, one-shot them, 10,000 HP. But the higher I climbed, the worse it got. Vladimir was okay, but painfully boring to play. Painfully boring to just farm so hard. And team fight like once, and then the game ends. Okay. Rumble. Rumble actually became a clutch, but I only started playing Rumble after I hit like 700 LP. Because why did I do that? Oh, because I wanted an AP pick, and I didn't like any of my other AP picks. I felt whatever about every other AP pick. So I tried Rumble, and it felt pretty good. I was like first timing this into pros and then just getting solo kills every game. It was actually kind of funny. I think this champ is like legit busted. This champ is actually busted. I don't know. I had like a day where set games were going really well, and then every other time I played it just felt pretty mid. Pile. Yeah, I just hate playing super slow and farming to level 16. Do I think playing top has made me a better mid laner? I think like for... It's like altitude training. I think for a while I'll have like slightly better mechanics in lane. Because I think top, you need to be really good at playing laning phase 1v1. Like I actually played a couple mid fill games, and like of course I'm better at mid lane than I am at top lane, and I know the champ's better and things like that, but it's like really surprising the laning phase ability of the average mid laner compared to the average top laner. At least in the rating I was playing. Like playing against these fucking mid laners, bro, I just knew they wouldn't make it up there. They wouldn't survive up there. In top lane, no. Mid lane, you can get away with being very bad in lane and then just playing like something that has wave clear. So it's like a softer role in terms of that skill. Like you can either be on the side of playing that like kind of uninteractive wave clear style, or you play against it and then you say like, well, what's the point of trying to get really good at lane? It doesn't really seem to have a high impact on the game anyway. So like naturally that skill is not as reinforced in top lane, where if you fuck up lane in top lane, your game is instantly over. Would I do this on any other role? ADC is up next. I mean, you guys are saying I'm gonna hate playing ADC if I thought top was low agency. I've played all the roles, right? Like I get filled all the time on my main account. I'm pretty sure as an ADC, it's going to feel a lot better than playing top. But we'll see. I may not feel the same after playing it for a while. I mean, ADC, at least there's something to do when your team is getting shit on. At least you can kind of just like catch waves and maybe you can carry later. And you're involved in the early 2v2s, you're involved in the early 3v3s, you're involved in the 4v4s, you're involved around Drake. From a losing position, you can still try to farm up and hit your items. I don't know. Playing a top lane bruiser, then it's just like not involved in any of those situations. From behind, you don't really have agency either if their bot is fed and your bot is useless. I'm pretty sure I'd rather be AD than top. Plus, Yunara just came out. Yunara's got to be fun, right? Yunara, Smolder. I think there's a lot of fun champs I would like to play in AD. Yunara, Smolder, Jhin. I could probably smurf his Twitch until I hit like GM. And then probably have to give it up because it's pretty weak in lane. I really like to play Kog'Maw, actually. I really like using my passive on Kog'Maw. I play a really passive-focused playstyle on Kog. Why is his win rate so good? I really like to play Kai'Sa. I don't think Kai'Sa is a good pick for climbing, though, because half the players on the server just play Enchanter only. I feel like Kai'Sa plus Enchanter is actual dog water. So I probably won't play much Kai'Sa. I really like to play Lucian. I don't know if I want to make... Okay, another thing about my top climb. Okay, I did it without playing like much of Jace or Ryze or any champs I know how to play already. I didn't play Aurora. I limited myself so much, and towards the end, I think that just straight up wasn't fun, and I don't know what it's like proving anyway. I know that I can hit it anyway if I can just grind out all the games, so I don't think I'm going to do the same thing for ADC. And yeah, I don't know. And I think it just invited chat to be like a little cringe at times, like you're playing this champ, you're cheating, or like, oh, you got filled to a different role, you're cheating. Like, I don't know, guys. Like, I'm just doing this all for myself and also for fun and also to entertain. I don't want to be accused of like cheating the challenge, which is something I completely made up for myself anyway. Like, so yeah, I did this without really playing Jace or whatever. I don't know what other stuff. Like, if there was a Sylas angle, I didn't play Sylas. I didn't play Akali. I didn't play so many champs I know how to play. Just to prove a point. I don't know what the fucking point was, bro, but there you go. When I play ADC, I'm just gonna play ADCs, even if there's some overlap with mid lane. Like Lucian, there is some overlap with mid lane. Mid lane Lucian, I played a decent amount. Mid lane Trist, of course. Porky, definitely. But like, I'm still gonna be open to playing these champs when I play AD. I probably won't really be playing mage bots though. Actually, I feel like playing Ziggs could be fun. I don't play Ziggs mid, actually. I don't play Ziggs mid at all. Ziggs mid could be fun. I don't think I would play like Wei. I know how to play Wei. I don't think I'd play like Wei or Cass. I'm open-minded to playing Ziggs, though. Sometimes mage bots can be fun, like Lux or something. Like if our full draft was 80, maybe I'd play some mage thing. Anyway, we're free. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. YouTube also thinks you might like this video, so feel free to check that out, and make sure to subscribe up top if you haven't already. Thank you guys. It really helps me and my channel out.